the staff of a hotel in Amsterdam who found a Secret Service agent who was there ahead of time to prepare for President Obama's arrival in Amsterdam and for his European trip, drunk in a hallway, right? Drunk in the middle of a hotel hallway.
Drunk in a hallway.
In a hotel hallway. You've just done Olivia, you've done a bunch of reporting on the Secret Service. Can you tell us a bit about this story and put it in context of sort of what it means for the Secret Service and what I mean, are they just are they losing it? Are they just going crazy? I mean, what's happening over there?
It's a good question. First of all, we should set the stage. The Secret Service sends teams to overseas locales. Well, to every locale where the president's going to go, and they scout out every location. They walk the itinerary that he will walk. They experience everything the way he will experience it. Obviously, with one major exception. But the idea is to make sure that everything's in place for when the president arrives. Obviously, they don't do presidential security on the fly a lot.
Right.
It's a pretty tough life. They do assume certain risks,
and it's a huge group of people that go over there.
It's usually a big It's a big group of people, and unfortunately, they are given to letting off a little bit of steam. This is obviously another black eye for the Secret Service, and it's not that far removed from the Columbia prostitution scandal,
right?
That also affected the agency. The thing is, we tend to associate the proliferating headlines with maybe a growing problem. The fact of the matter is, though, that this kind of lifestyle has been going on for a while.
Right.
I remember in the Bush era, one of the Secret Service agents being tasered outside a bar in Waco, Texas, because he was overserved and declined to return to his hotel room. So this is not. I mean, it's not really that uncommon. We're just hearing a lot more about it. And frankly, we got to correlate it with something, which is they used to be in the Treasury Department. They got moved over to Homeland Security.
Yeah.
I guess Treasury knows how to keep its mouth shut.
Yeah, Treasury. That's well, it was really a secret service back then.
Right. A lot of concepts.
Secret.
A lot of concepts being missed here. I liked you made a point off air that I really like, which is whatever happened to leave no man behind.
I know. Just put the guy in the hotel room.
Worst wingman ever.
Yeah. So in a larger, so you also used to be a foreign correspondent. You reported on Washington for the AFP. What do Europeans think, or when they see this? I think a lot of the issue that people are talking about with this issue is how it might embarrass the United States. Do you feel like that's something that actually happens? I mean, are people, are Europeans just completely upset about this drunk?
Well, the short answer is no.
Okay.
The Europeans don't have the same mystique about the Secret Service that we do in the United States. So it's a very different story. It might be a blip. The local press will certainly carry it because it's a local story. It's interesting and it's tied to the visit of the President of the United States. So all that stuff combines, and I guarantee you, I don't speak any Flemish, but I'm sure that local press is going crazy about this.
Right. I mean, and the last time this happened, you mentioned the Columbia thing. It led to a huge upheaval at the Secret Service. You had the guys who were involved got fired. A lot of people got fired. The head of the agency had to resign and was replaced with Julie Pearson, who is now actually on this trip with Obama.
Yeah, you don't want to be you really don't want to be the Secret Service guy found passed out drunk in a hotel hallway when the director is on the trip.
But yeah, on the plane coming in later.
It's a poor career decision.
Do you feel like she's going to keep her job through this, though? Do you have any idea? Do you think that she's going to be fine?
Well, I mean, it's a little harder to assign cultural blame to Julia Pearson. I mean, she hasn't been in this job all that long. Right. I mean, it's obviously going to turn heavily on how she handles this particular case. What happens to these agents? What does the investigation reveal too? Because this is all still very early.
Right.
We haven't had a formal report yet that says, well, actually, he took an Ambien and had a beer, and it had, we have none of the details that might be exonerative or might make things worse.
Ambien and beer, by the way, is what we call the Olivier Knox down in the White House basement.
That's right. So, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. every day.
But yeah, I mean, and some of the issues with the story, right, is that it's not that the Secret Service agents aren't allowed to imbibe when they're on these trips. There's a 10-hour rule. They can't drink 10 hours before. So part of the issue with this is Obama was not in the country yet, wasn't going to be there for a while. This 10 hours that maybe they were partying runs up against kind of like ahead of like a briefing, I think is what it was. It's like not exactly like ahead of Obama's arrival. That's obviously going to come out in the investigation.
That's the thing. We're going to find out a lot more about this as it goes on. But right now, it obviously doesn't look good, and it's the kind of headlines that the Secret Service doesn't want. What with the whole secret word in the Secret Service.